for tomorrow's $1.5 million grand finals. Folks, there are some heavy hitters, as we just saw in tonight's competition, and it is finally here.
Now, we've got a number of players jumping out early, going to that bottom left corner. This is actually the heaviest we've seen an over-the-water drop. Players trying to get as low as possible so they can open the chute as late as they can. The idea there, trying to hit, there's a couple buildings down there with chest spawns early. Greasy Grove is an easy drop there, or even Flush Factory. You see, it looks like a pair. You see kind of spin around in the air, looking at each other to do some tracking there. Tilted Towers, the home of Nick Marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players dropping in there. But everywhere, as we've seen, is going to be populated. There's going to be players playing outside of POIs. Early trap from Nick Marks, as we were saying, a player to watch. People have seen him quite a bit. And it feels natural here. I
would go as far as to say Nick Merckx knows that middle gray building in Tilted better than literally anyone in the world. Around the map, you see here, Wheels, Rex, Slang, all getting involved early on.
Now, you were mentioning Nick Merckx, just to use him as an example, but there's a number of players that are like this. People have drop locations that they trend to. And competitive players, they're going to learn that about their opponents before they come into games like this. So I would almost guarantee you that people that are dropping there, they know what a play there. The tack shotgun, green tack, a pair of shots there secures the first elimination for Rex, but he's not done yet. He's got the remainder of a 1v1 here. He's at 54 HP. That tack comes in big and gets Wheels for the double.
Wow, that last crit right there saves him, as Rex was one bullet away from getting dropped early on, but now 2 elims. And remember, we've got to stress the points, how it all works. If you get 3 elims, you earn yourself a point. 3 to 4. 5 to 6 elims is 2 points. 7 plus elims is 3.
There are a ton of just stray trees you can pick up, and I believe 3 chest spawns, 2 or 3 chest spawns in those 2 buildings. And if nobody else goes, there's confident ammo. But right here, the third partying on Frankie, TK.
For people at home, explain the term third partying for someone maybe tuning in for the first time tonight.
So 2 players are in a 1v1 situation. Maybe they're build battling. Maybe like you saw there, they're in kind of a medium range fight where they've both built mini bases just to establish some layers between the opponents. And a third,
and then drop him on that opposite side. He's trying to break down his top structure because he's out of materials. Does tag his opponent once there, continuing to use that pickaxe, and he's realizing no mats. He's got to try to drop his opponent down to his level. Will it work? There it is. Can't quite hit a shot there as he is blocked yet again. The fadeaway won't have an opportunity there. Just continuing to use this pickaxe. Now he's got him on his level. This is his chance. Zakairos can't get it.
Loses track of Pupper in the middle of all the buildings.
As Pupper gets the elim.
Back and Tilted. Joker Untamed pushing on his opponent right now. Lifts a shotgun shot, but gets lavish with a follow-up. And you saw there, he ended with 1 HP. You saw it going down to the bottom.
Just, again, show off just how much I know about Fortnite. You actually can't get weaker than having just 1 HP.
The bottom end for that.
Here's a replay. Near Haunted Hills. Diabolic.
This is Christo.
When you got that much HP, you think you're going to basically win any engagement you're in, especially when your opponent has just about 100 to use. The zone closing on in. We mentioned just how far west this zone is. Going to force everyone on the east side of the map, from Retail to Meta Temple. Only 90 mats, and these are these early game fights that some of the top players talk about. Not having the chance to farm, not having the chance to loot. Basically, it's nothing left to his name. There's the elim finally.
But on the rotation. I was almost expecting at some point, if he pinpointed his location with audio, to drop off the top, maybe suffer a little bit of fall damage, but catches opponent off guard with an immediate shotgun shot.
And look at that. The second the elim comes in, just starts hitting whatever materials there are. Here's Rio.
Sentinel already has 2 players in the grand finals as well. This would put him at 3 if Rio does extremely well today. And it looks like he's got the determination for it. Kyle 182 going down. Puts him at an elimination.
And here's Chap. 1 elim to his name to this point. Absolute beast in Fortnite from everything I've seen from competing against him here. Just does get tagged on up, so only 87 HP.
Look at his materials already, though.
And that's what Liquid are best at. And I'm wondering, oh my gosh, what can you buy with... I was wondering what you could buy with those slurp juices there.
Sure, we'll see here in a second.
Machine.
This is his first elimination earlier. Those shotgun shots, the accuracy, even from up top on Bearded Derp down below him.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah. So he actually does purchase a slurp for wood.
In the same box and had to fall out to save himself. He's going to drop down. Are you kidding me?
That's confidence. That's confidence. Stops and is it impulse time? I believe so. He's going to look to just reset this fight, get away. If you heard, the opponent he was in the build battle with started getting tagged from a third-party engagement. Didn't want to have to deal with any of that. He'll go ahead, get away. He's actually burned through all of his wood now, down to just 60 left. Another vending machine purchase.
This is Ashen. His partner Jack has already qualified. The shots out here at Lazy Link's accuracy, mid-air accuracy with SMGs, even a gray doesn't matter. They're hitting their shots.
The swap weapon is so key. With the way that the meta of the game is right now, if you're running a shotgun, you want that quick little spray weapon you can go to. You take, hopefully, that shotgun shot, get some high damage. If not, you swap on over to that SMG to finish off the elimination. Chap now back up to 300 plus wood, 900 plus brick. I believe he might have gotten a second elim there. Now sitting at 2, so Chap just one elimination away from earning himself a point. That would be a fantastic start for one of the high-profile players here in the qualifiers tonight.
Now, I want to say I still think that the gold-heavy snipe, picking it up in this situation, especially with how slow he's potentially seen other players play during the previous 2 days of qualifiers, just getting a 150 damage shot on someone on the move means potentially
it's
Tfue up top. Chap versus
Tfue is the fight going on now here, folks. Who will come out on top? Tfue was just tagged by a third party, so he's got no shields left. Chap playing from the low ground right now. These are 2 of the best Fortnite players in the world. It's what this competition is all about. Chap now beginning to build on up, looking to match the height of Tfue, or will he just disengage here?
He's moving past and looking to box himself in. He's building multiple layers to this little catacomb to make it so that Tfue can't track which building he's in.
Yep.
You have a number of these little one-by-one chambers attached to each other, and players are going to have trouble watching. He's got multiple layers, and he has the edit right now, so we can look through. He's then looking through the wood planks. He's trying to find Tfue in the structure that he's in. You see there, the edit, he can see it already, even though there's a ramp in the way, so he's still safe, and the nade bounces off.
That grenade's actually going to drop a bunch of Chap's structure. Here's Tfue now, 1 elim to this point. Has a good amount of materials right now, just trying to keep those grenades going on in, and he's actually got 3 more in his inventory, so he's just going to continue to lob these on out, hope to knock down some of these opponents nearby.
You see there, he noticed he made a mistake and did not close the wall up, so he re-edited the ramp that he was standing on that he closed off the wall, close off the ramp again. Try to keep the layers between you and an opponent, because you don't know, Chat might have explosives as well. He could pre-fire a rocket and then laser down the single wall that might be separating him. So that's a smart play from Tfue to close his own build off.
And now he's beginning to move early because this next zone was revealed. He knows he's got to move a little bit closer towards Snobby Shores.
This is so far west.
This is the furthest west zone you could possibly have at this point, folks. So everyone continuing to move in this direction. You see Chap disengaged. You've also got Tenpo on your screen. Nick Merckx is still alive. He needs 1 more elim for a point. Here's his opportunity here. Will Nick Merckx get on the board early on? One of the top console players in the world, one of the biggest names out there, and he's got 2 players below him, both without shields, but even for Nick, he's quite low on HP himself. And he's still got a player close to him who's got a ton of health, high amount of hit points. The zone is here. This is kind of an all-in. This is an all-in from Nick. I think he's going to bounce pad. He's going for it all, folks. It's going to get dramatic here towards these moments. No!
He got caught out. Sorry, Misfits GG. Gyre from Misfits has 3 eliminations. So there's only 5 players out of this with 1 elim at this point. You see on your screen right there, and 3 of those are already eliminated. So we have 2 left that have 1 point right now. Yep. A lot of 2s on the board that have already been eliminated, and 4 players right there. You saw Godvet, Diabolic, Rio, and Chap are sitting on 2 right now.
And this is something we've seen a lot from players, running just 2 weapons, maybe a drum gun and a shotgun, and keeping a high amount of heals. That's what Rio's doing right now. This was General. Found 1 right here. Hello, my friend. And
there's his first.
Sniffed out a second here nearby. Yeah, there it was. Boom. That was how Flower was eliminated.
Jack, I don't think it's tough to sniff out the grenade explosions there. And you saw actually a swap from the, you tend to favor the heavy shotgun, but he immediately picked up the double barrel.
Now I might be running the double barrel of how
players
good it is. He's not someone that's going to be dropping 12 elims. He'll finish the game with whatever he needs to get a point on the board. Here's Colton, who won Heat 1 earlier on. A great use of the frag grenade there to pick up the elim.
The timing to blow up the built materials and then immediately just shoot in as he sees his opponent move. That kind of timing is key. That's forethought.
Yep. Now as this game continues to move on, remember, top 10 earn a point. We're at 19 players remaining right now. everyone in the lobby thinking, hey, I see him survive a little bit longer to get a free point on the board.
This is a third-party opportunity, and then some. You got two players literally mixing it up on top of each other, and Crunch has the LMG and just spraying to see if he could land any shot. That LMG not super accurate from the distance.
There's two players in this.
And there's one.
Eliminates one. Crunch, I think he wants to follow this up right now.
2 eliminations that put him 1 point, 1 elimination away from a point. Just bombing rockets, and he's blown through those explosive rounds very quick. The rocket ammo, which typically you see held onto until late, but right now he's so focused on getting this elimination that it doesn't matter.
I think he goes for this now. He got
tags on him. There's no more shield.
He got tags. He knows this player is under 100 health, and it's time now for Crunch to go for this. He's getting third party yet again. He's got a ton of materials. I mean, look at this: 900 plus wood, 800 plus metal. But he wants this elim right now, trying to make sure his opponent can't pop any minis to heal themselves. It's 4 or 5 just below him. 18 players left. Remember, top 10 earn a point.
The edits are so fast. It looks like there might be a couple stumbles as he's trying to take a corner out, or just the top line of 3 on a wall, and it's
to make sure that if the bottom was shot out, he would still have another layer to protect him. I don't think he got it off. Here comes General and Cullen, though, moving on in. Everyone trying to make it out of the zone. Their little boat down to just 15 HP. Tempo still quite healthy. Look at everyone hiding in these builds. Chap and Tfue, they just moved in next to each other. They're neighbors.
Yet again.
He's about to ask if he's got extra salt left over. Eats up a recipe tonight.
Chap's looking for a 30 limit. Might end up being Tfue. We'll have to see here in a minute. The next circle is going to force everybody to move. You see the mini map in your top right. Everybody's going to go southwest. Plus, it's very uphill.
That's the thing. It's also uphill on this mountain. And whenever we see these zones on these mountains, Lupo, get dropped left and right.
A stat that really highlights how top down, how close combat engaged. Like that shot right there. Chaos Gone gets the elimination with a shotgun as his opponent pushes up. But the longest range elimination thus far this game is 123 meters.
Yeah, and there you go. 12 players remaining, top 10 earn a point. Will Tfue strike with a point early on here? You've got to think he's probably chasing Chap up this mountain as he's trying to keep on his level. One player close, Tfue going for the engagement. Won't find it yet! It's Chap! Taking down Tfue, and you see the smile there as he looks over, and Chap's not done yet. He gets a second elim there, putting him at 4. My goodness, Chap showing up big here in game 1.
The next circle is going to be Chap getting dropped down to fall. He only has 30 left. He's got to box himself in and take every second. The second he has an opportunity to heal Courage, he's got to go for it, because the fall damage combined with people taking shots from all over the place, and just kind of how they look like little beehives attached to the side of this mountain. Now the next rotation won't be as risky. And here you go. This is Chap from just a moment ago. This is the bait. He saw it coming. That was switch. That
was Tfue getting eliminated in 11th, which means he doesn't get the point. That was him with 2. He had what, 2 elims? And was in 11th. So if Tfue eliminates Chap there, he gets 2 points and arguably guarantees himself a spot tomorrow. Heartbreaking for FaZe Tfue fans out there.
He's got 3 more rounds, though. Jack, it's not over yet. 6 players left. Chap, you're watching here with 4 eliminations of his own. 1 more gets him to 2 points.
He's got no mats. He's got to go for this. There's one. Hello, Chap!
Are you kidding me?
Chap! Can this man be stopped? 6 elims now. Top 3. There's another point as well.
Now, Tempo, one of his opponents above him, well known for being exceptional at this game. You're going to have to watch out for this little 1v1 here, especially, I mean, Chap only has 2 builds. You hear the C4 going out, too. Here comes the structure coming down. He's going to have to stay on his toes, watch for the edits you see above him. Now might be the time. If he's going for another third party, he's going to take shots. He's going to try and see if he can get a drop right there. Go for the shotty shot. He's going to try and drop the surface out. He has enough ammunition, Courage, to do anything that he can to get him to fall down on top of him. Only 75 HP, though. He does have 2 traps left.
He's got to break through manually to get to this point. The edit! Tempo says, hello, my friend Chap. It's time to take a break for game 2. OT Divine versus Tempo. Divine has 0 elims. You saw Tempo just eliminate Chap. The shot's coming down range. He's out of builds, and he wanted to drop down, but then the trap went off, and he's got to wait. Whoa, I can't do that yet. Trying to spray on in. 2 players left. It all comes down to this. Tempo drops Divine to just 17 HP. There's the elim, and there's the win. Tempo, congratulations. 4 eliminations, the victory royale.
And maybe the thought was take a different approach. You can even see here just some quality replacements.
Look at the builds he still had left. 700 wood.
Kitted to the teeth.
Wow. Congratulations, Tempo. You got to think Tempo's at the top there, and yes, he exactly is. But because of that tiebreaker, Him and Chap both have 4, but he got the victory royale, putting him just above.
Now you see Liquid Champ 6 elims, 4 points. Jumpman with 3 eliminations and 2 points. But look at this, OT Divine, 0 eliminations.